What's up, y'all? Back with another prediction for tomorrow night's fight card: Figueiredo versus Benavidez on the 18th of July in Fight Island. Uh, I got like I got three predictions for you tonight. These are the only three fights where I know the fighters on the in these fights. So, we're gonna start off with the kicker to the main card. Alexandre Pantoja versus Askar Askarov. Um, they're both mostly grapplers. When you look at their fights, they look to bring the fight to the ground and dominate their opponents. Now with Askarov, you see more of a wrestling base. He's very offensive with his grappling. He's looking for takedowns. He's good at setting up takedowns with his strikes, although his defense is lacking. Uh, which if he's facing a striker, that could be a problem for him. Very good top pressure, and he's pretty good with scrambling. If you forgot the fight with Marlon, wait, I think I forgot his name. McLovin. That should have been his nickname, by the way. McLovin would be the greatest nickname ever for anybody, especially if you look like the dude. So when he fought McLovin, that fight, there's a lot of scrambling there, and but that's his bread and butter. Askarov is the wrestling and top pressure and the top game. With Alexandre Pantoja, he's kind of a standard in terms of like a Brazilian MMA fighter, more of a Muay Thai base with the feet on the feet, and a lot and very skilled with jiu-jitsu. He looks for the top game too, but I for this fight I just saw highlights. I know I've seen these guys fight before, but it's been forever ago. But usually he gets. I mean, he'll go. What I seen, he went for like body clinch takedowns here and there, from what I seen. But when he's on top of guys, that's trouble. That's a problem. Um, you should basically assume, for the most part, like if you were to fight a Brazilian in MMA from Brazil, it's most of the time it's safe to assume that they're probably a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Pantoja, very skilled. He's a finisher on the ground. He definitely has knockout power that can hurt Askarov. As far as how I see this fight being going the distance, and I see it going everywhere a fight can go, especially at flyweight. Uh, I think these guys are going to be able to clip each other. Pantoja could potentially get a knockout, but I don't see it likely because I think the takedown threat. I think Askarov will is a panic wrestler. I think he would panic for a takedown. Um, Big chance Pantoja gets taps Askarov, um, especially in the middle of a scramble. Like if Askarov leaves his head on the outside, definitely prepare for a guillotine. But I really think this one's going to go the distance, and I'm going to go with Askarov. I think the takedowns, the pressure, I think those things are just going to win him the fight, as long as he doesn't get knocked out or tapped out. That's the only way I can see Pantoja winning this fight. Now, for the co-main event, Jack Hermanson, Kelvin Gastelum. This is an awesome fight. I can't wait to watch this fight. With Hermanson, his bread and butter is grappling, wrestling, and top pressure. Anybody you've seen him fight, any of his wins, you've seen him break guys down. Once he took them down and he put them on their back, he just smashes them. And Gastelum, if you don't know by now, Gastelum is very fast for the division and very powerful. Quick 1-2. His hands are so fast, and he can put anyone out in this division apart from Romero and Costa. He could put anyone else out. Now, he has a wrestling background, Gastelum does, but Hermanson, I believe, is bigger. Like, Gastelum doesn't, I think he cuts from like 205. I think his walk around is like 205 or whatever. Hermanson looks like he's north of 210, so I think it's more of a striker versus grappler matchup. The longer Hermanson stays on the feet, the more in trouble he is. Especially, it's going to be hard to time someone that's that much faster than you. And Gastelum, he's one of the fastest guys in the division for sure. But if Hermanson takes Gastelum down, Gastelum's going to have problems. That pressure, that top pressure, and the ground and pound of Hermanson is going to give Gastelum problems. Now for a pick, it's hard for me to pick because it really comes down to that. I would say whoever has the better game plan, the safe bet is Jack Hermanson because of the wrestling. But there's for sure a chance Hermanson gets knocked asleep, So I'm gonna take the safe bet for my prediction and say Hermanson, either third round TKO or it goes the distance. I'll say it goes the distance because Kelvin is also very tough. But you don't know. Now for the main event, Figueiredo versus Benavidez. I think I'm butchering Davison's name here, but Figueiredo was starting to gas out halfway through that first round, which it was a huge pace that he was keeping, that Benavidez was making him keep. But skill-wise, Figueiredo is so dangerous for Benavidez. And plus, he knocked him out in the second round. I'd hate to see that happen to Benavidez again. But they kind of have to do this because Figueiredo missed weight. I don't know if he made weight this time or not. I haven't checked the weigh-ins or any information on the weigh-ins for tomorrow night. So Benavidez could have a better chance of winning if he keeps a high pace on Figueiredo and can make it past the second round. Well, make it to the later rounds, third round or later. I see Figueiredo could get tired there, but ultimately I don't see this fight going much different than the last fight. I think Figueiredo wins by a knockout or submission. Like, he can win either way, but I would say probably knockout. I'll go ahead and say second round. Okay, that's my predictions for the fight card. Let me know what y'all think below in the comments about who you got and how and why. If you like this video, hit that like. Don't forget to subscribe because I got a lot of content on this channel, pretty good content, and I got more content coming. There's obviously way more predictions to do. fight card next Saturday, and then yeah, the next 2 weeks in a row fight cards, and then probably 2 weeks after the August 1st card is 252. So until next time, we'll see you.